So the number one thing you should consider when booking a cheaper cruise is the hidden cost and fees.
We booked this cruise to be cheap, right?
Yes.
And if you're spending more money than you expected to spend, it's not really saving you any money. So number one reason, gratuities. People forget about gratuities, and we're not here to tell you whether you should pay them or not. That's not our ministry. What we're here to tell you today is you can either prepay your gratuity, which adds on to the cost, or you can wait till you get on the ship. What you choose to do is your business, but we just want to share with you that this is an extra cost that can be added on to your cheap cruise.
Example for us, we took again, a lot of this is going to go back to the Margaritaville Sea Paradise. But for us, we booked the cruise for $99 a person. Great deal, right? So when we get to the last day, we see that and this is also with onboard credit as well, there are the gratuities, and there's like administrative fees.
Yes.
And there's a fuel surcharge. Now, this is all typically stuff that is added in on a kind of normal cruise.
Yes.
All this stuff is typically added in, which is fine. As long as I see it up front, I'm good. But to see that stuff added on the back end was a little discouraging.
Yes. So I will add this caveat. This particular cruise we're talking about, we took last year. That was before the new regulations and guidelines came in that everything needed to be posted up front for you. So if you book a cruise and you do have some last minute charges that you're not familiar with, you may want to speak to someone at Guest Services, because upfront charges are now supposed to be included. Your taxes, your port fees, all of that stuff is now supposed to be included in your booking. All cruise lines should be in compliance with that. Okay, the other thing that you may want to consider is the extras that you're going to want when you cruise. Some people like drink packages. That can cost you. Not only will that cost you, depending on if you have someone in the cabin with you that's over the age of 21, they have to have it too with most cruise lines. So that means you're buying a drink package for 2 people. And depending on the cruise line, that can be anywhere between $50 to $75 a day, depending on the package. So that per person per day can add up fairly quickly. The other thing you want to think about is excursions. If you're taking short excursions, that's going to be a huge add-on, because you're probably going to take it into multiple ports, or you're probably going to want to take one that tends to lean a little expensive, maybe like swimming with the pigs or the ATVs. And if you are a stickler for being connected while you're on the go, Wi-Fi is going to be an expense that you have to consider too. And depending on the Wi-Fi package that some of the cruise lines offer, you could probably get away with the cheaper package, or you may need to upgrade to the premium just so you can stay in the know and keep in touch with what's going on back home. So to add it all up, once you start adding all that stuff in there, your $299 or your $99 person cruise could balloon to over $1,000.